So these devil worshippers were waging an inadvertent war against me and making believe like if they were waging, like if they were affecting others from my side through me, inadvertently through me. So they were attacking me by focusing on me, and they were doing a lot of things, a lot of like lies, things that don't make sense because they're devil worshippers. So they work through stuff that don't make sense, but to them it makes perfect sense. You see what I mean? So like one of the things they were doing is they were making believe like if they put everything in nothingness where nothingness is and that everything is nothing and that nothing is everything, they were trying to invert everything, you know what I'm saying, like pervert everything. You see what I mean? The truth. And like if the truth is nothing and the lie is everything, and like if their lies do could do stuff and the truth can't do anything for us. You see what I mean? That's why there's a lot of people out there who's lost because they don't know anything, and they don't know anything because of these devil worshippers. And these devil worshippers ain't no low level devil worshippers. They got professionals on their side and stuff like that, and they take them over there through hypnosis or devil worshiping deals a lot with having not to know in order to be on their side. You see what I mean? So they take people that don't know and through confusive ways they'll turn them into their, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so they were just telling me because there's a people from my side right now seeing things from a perspective that a lot of people just can't see it. You got to be within seeing it, what the enemy is doing, so that you could see exactly what it is. They do things that don't make any sense, but they manifest. These energies were manifesting just for them saying it, just because they were saying it. You see what I mean? So just because they were saying it, the energies will manifest and do what they were, and they were crafting lies to combat me. So I'm over here minding my business, and I fight them knowing, and I come up with a solution. I got the best solutions ever. So they go and watch me, and they do tricks. Like I said, they'll go in and speak like if they came up with a way that they just go like this, like if they just peep at me and they see everything, every little detail. Like if I'm about to say something, before I say it to defend myself or whatever, or tell you guys the truth and stuff like that, they're going, peek at me, and like if they see everything, that's one of their tactics. Like if they see every little detail, what I'm about to do, and what I'm about to say, my directions, the outcome. Like if they can see everything, and yo, I'm telling you, yo, these people are hateful. Yo, like the amount of hate they have is it's like enough to make people that don't understand what's going on go crazy when they start to see what it makes you it makes you want to lose yourself if you don't know any better what you're dealing with. They're deceitful beings. So they fight with lies, deceptions, and like right now, my side is reminding me. So like, so they they like to when I come up, they like to use me, my ideas, my intelligence, like inadvertently, like against me and stuff like that. They right now they're congratulating my next door neighbor, like because he was one of the ones that started using this inadvertent idea, like of inadverting things and stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna take this and inadvert it and do it like this, and it's not really happening, but like they're doing mockery right now. So yeah, so like that's one of their tactics. And before decided when I decided to make this video, they wanted to right away started going into this protocol they have. That's another tactic. They came up with a protocol, a a system for when I make videos that it does certain things. Like I said, they speak these things into existence and they do what they said. We could do that too on the good side. We're on the truth side. and they're on the lies side. The devil is about lies and deceptions. God is about the truth, honesty. But we could lie too. We could lie too and not be devil worshippers. You see what I mean? We could lie and not be on their side. We could do bad and not be bad. You see what I mean? He's just not a devil worshiper. You're not on their side. You could be bad and not be on their side. So these devil worshippers, yeah, right now they were doing one of, someone was just saying that they hate when they do that. When they do this, when I say something sometimes and they want to use something that I'm saying to their advantage, to their benefit, inadvertently or whatever, that's one of their tactics. They spoke this into existence too, where it's like they're there watching, like if they're behind a computer, with the black and blue screen and shit like that, and it's and I say something and it's just like, yeah, and it's like it's something that doesn't really make any sense for them to use, but since they're liars and deceivers, they're trying to like use it like, yeah, this is why, and like if they're gonna use it to their advantage or to help themselves through it. You see what I mean? Because there's stuff that I've said before, and sometimes when I say it, like, yo, they're doing this or they're doing that or they were doing this or that, they go, yeah, and they try to like, what I'm saying, like elevate the the validity of whatever lies that is that they're using. You see what I mean? They're liars and deceivers, extremely deceitful and like wicked. They're all about the negative side, bad. There is no good in them. They like to know, even though they're from the side of lies, to use it against us. So they like to be well informed so that they can, like right there, they were just about to do one of those. See what I mean? Yeah, I'm telling you, they could cause people to go into a rage or just become really upset just dealing with this, or it's just frustrating having to deal with something like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even pay attention to it. Cause why? It's they're the type that they do it and they never want to face you. And if you act like they're never gonna face you, they'll probably do it to your face in a mockery way. You see what I mean? Like, so they'll do it if they know that they could get away with it, or not know, but sometimes they'll look to see if they could if it feels like they could get away with it. Freemasons, the Illuminati, they have a rank structure in a satanic army, sort of, like, what I'm saying, and they've been organizing their side against us in a way where they go to, like, they got a tactic where they manifest like their spirits or whatever the fuck, or something spoken, something made out of nothingness, like when you speak and you give commands and something manifests and it goes and it does it, something, literally something, and it does what you want. And they got a tactic where they come at the most crucial or important times. Like if they come and they already set it up, where they come and they already know what to do, or they come and they see, or they peep, they do it in a lot of different ways. They would have done it right there. Like, okay, so yeah, so like they have a lot of tactics that they came up with. I used to do my own thing too. I used to come up with a lot of tactics. It was a lot easier before I moved to this house. I had it all together. I still do, to a way higher level than them. They have a tactic where they go like this, where they go and make believe like if they're using me inadvertently to a higher level than me, and there is no higher level than me at what I do. So they got a tactic where they go and make believe like like my neighbor does this shit. It's like he's there all day trying to come, like not all day doing it, but he's there, like he does this a lot where he's home and out of nowhere, like he'll go like, Julio, come here, I want you here right now. But he's Mexican, by the way, but he does it in his Mexican way, in English. Like, I want you here right now, Julio. But he does it like, what I'm saying, suavecito, or from within, whatever the fuck, right? And like if my spirit goes over there and he goes, I want you, I want you to understand, you can't beat me and this and that. Like, he be saying some things that someone would go and kill for. Stuff that you would literally go and kill. Like, he be disrespecting to the most maximum. Like if I'm a toilet when he takes a shit, Like yo, like the type of shit that you would go and kill somebody for, like. And since I'm the messenger of truth, and I'm telling people the truth and stuff like that, I can't just go over there and do that. You see what I mean? And since he knows that, he be going. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he can't do it, so because he knows that I'm on a mission. You see what I mean? So I can't just go over there and do what because that's something that you just gotta go and either punch him in the face or eliminate him. Because he's disrespectful. He's really, 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 really disrespectful. Like, oh my god, like you don't, So they be doing some disrespectful shit. Like, they're all about all of that disrespect. They're negative. They're about negativity. They're bad, bad, twice. Bad, bad. There is no good in them. We're good. We could do bad and still be good. They're only bad. They like to hide amongst us and try to like create as much chaos amongst us, or do like create while hiding. They'll try to like mess with people's heads, lie to them, or try to like control them if they could. They'll say things when you say things if they could. And if you're too unaware, sometimes they'll do it to the point where they'll start controlling. You know what I'm saying? Like they say when you say it, or and make like through the make believe ways. Right now they're doing one of these. Like if they're trying to use that against us. But now, since I undid what they were doing before, because they were putting like make believe, putting everything in nothingness. They were just explaining that within. I heard I think it was a little kid or one of the things I created explaining that, and they were seeing that, and they were getting extremely frustrated and upset, like, oh my god, how can they do that? How can they manifest a solution from nothingness? How can that happen? How can and it's the type of stuff I told you, like, if you see it for the first time, and to you it doesn't, because we're good. We understand by making sense. They understand by not making sense, but to them they do the mockery thing, the copycat thing. So to them it's like it's like they go and cheat it, like they use all the negative ways. You see what I mean? So they like to use knowing or the truth information, whatever the fuck they're doing, to against us. Like they're against the truth, but they like using the truth, like if they like to know, but they do it through copycatting ways and mockery. Like if they're getting solutions from me, when I get a solution, it's like they'll make believe like if they're getting a solution that's better than mine to a higher degree through inversions and stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, you're dealing with the devil. We're dealing with the devil. It's not even the devil, because the devil's a lie, and because the devil doesn't exist, and they're about the nothingness and lies and deceptions and all of that stuff. To them, the devil is real. You see what I mean? They got a tactic where they go and manifest a fake devil, like a make believe devil. So they do it in a lot of different ways. I'm telling you, like if they manifest one of those things that I told you about, and they go, yeah, now you're the devil and you're gonna do things for us, or what, they've done that before. But their side doesn't really work as well as they want. They just do a lot of like confusion, like a lot of like things that sometimes, if it seems like there's like they depend on you not to know in order for them to get away with some of the things they do. Because once you catch a liar lying, once you know what they're doing, their lies fall apart. You see what I mean? They don't want you to know. They don't want people to know, to be well alerted about their side, and they're amongst us, from the government level, politics, judges, cops. There's a lot of them within society, the street gang, drug cartels, some of your friends and family. They could be part of their side. Some are willingly part of it. Some are brainwashed into it. You see what I mean? There's a lot of people who act like them. They sympathize with these devils. And I ain't even religious. This is something that it's there. It's visible. It's something that you can vividly see with your eyes. It's something that you've probably known some people that that, yeah, they're devils, like, or like they're devilish, or they're chaotic, and their energy tells, or that they're on that side. You shouldn't sympathize. with those beings, with that side, with their side, with them. They were trying to make believe like if they created a devil and shit like that right now because I said it. So because I said it, they're making believe like if they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're one of those, or they probably just skipped it and oh, that's a good idea, and just went it. You know what I'm saying? But the devil is a lie. God is the truth. The devil is a lie. That's why they say that the devil is a lie. Like if it doesn't exist, because it doesn't exist. Lies are not real. They're not true. They're real, but they're not true. You see what I mean? The devil doesn't exist. So they got to lie like if the devil is, and work like if they're make believe creating a version of the devil through lies and shit. Like, cause the devil, lies. You gotta be. It's got to be created through lies, many lies. It's not just one thing. It's a lot of lies. It's inconsistent. It's not solid. There's no solidarity in the devil. The devil is weak. That's why you heard all these things about the devil, because that's how the devil is. A lot of people don't have it together about how it works. What is God? What is the devil? The devil is lies. God is the truth. You see what I mean? The truth is solid. I'm solid. I'm real. You see what I mean? I'm true. The truth created solidarity. All of this is created from the truth. You see what I mean? That's why they told you that God is the truth. The truth is everything. Lies is nothing. Get it? Because lies don't have anything to support it. In order for a lie to work, the liar has to hope that you don't know what they're doing, what they're up to. You see what I mean? And that's how it works. You see what I mean? So anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of points that I want to make. Let's see. Because like I told you, they wanted to make me forget my talking points before I made the video. And I told you some of the things, that peeping thing. I told you I wanted to talk about it, everything and nothingness. The kid that was talking, he was revealing it, the stuff that's there. And the enemy, like, they speak a lot of, they do a lot of verbal spells and curses. They say it and hope that it works. You see what? Now I'm thinking they casted a distraction that I want to take a shower right now. It's something I thought about probably is there, and they wanted to bring it out as a distraction. You see what I mean? Right now, they just did that right now. Right now. And they're seeing right now. They're doing that peeping thing right now. They're doing that peeping thing to see if it works. Right now, they're doing it. So they're listening to me right now, some of the devil worshippers, is it? And they're acting like, yes, like if they're trying to gain more validity to what they were doing by me saying it. Like if I say it, and the more I say it, it's more valid for where the more I say it is the opposite, is not valid for it. It takes validity away from, because I'm exposing something that they're doing. You see what? But they make believe like if but it's no. You see what I mean? They do a lot of frustration tactics, and they go and act like if you learn the truth, that it'll make you so upset and mad that it'll be excruciate, like you feel excruciating pain, but you're not feeling it, but it's there. They do a lot of that back and forth shit, that it's there but you're not feeling it, but it's there. A lot of that crazy shit, like if they're here but they're not here, but they're here, like, you know what I'm saying? They do a lot of crazy shit like that. And sometimes they like they were expecting for me to say what they wanted me to say right now, like if the stuff that they were doing is working, so they could gain validity, but it's based on lies. You see what I mean? And yeah, like a lot of these things, like I said, it don't make sense. It shouldn't happen. They've done a lot of stuff that should never have been allowed to happen. A lie should never be used to create, like it doesn't make sense to create the, you know what I'm saying? Like lies are neutral. You could use it for good or bad. So lies itself is not bad. We could lie on the good side and not use it for satanic reasons. You see what I mean? To deceive, hurt, create chaos, hide and create chaos, be terrorists. We're not like that. You see what I mean? If you're good, you just don't have that in mind to be the way they are. They're normally like that. They like to destroy. They like chaos. They like to lie, confuse. Hold up. There's that confusion sensation. Anyways, they were like, yeah, they were trying, like, it felt like they were just trying to unleash some confusion bomb that ain't confusing anyone. It doesn't really work what they do, but they go and create sensations out of spoken words. Like if there's a sensation that's there, like if they, and I've said before that they were using indirect energy manipulation. What was that for? What was that for? And I'm telling you something that was true. I was telling you guys something that's true, because they were doing a lot of, they were watching me, and I felt some kind of ways sometimes, like, yo, what the fuck? Like I felt like my energy was being extracted, and they were doing it like through technology and shit like that. And I'm feeling some kind of way, and I'm like, what the fuck? But if I go away from technology, all that shit goes out the window. So they're using technology to channel their Satanism through. Before technology, all of that shit wasn't taking any effect on me. I mean, some of it were, but I just ignored it and it went away or whatever. But anyways, so imagine attacking something that deals with nothingness. You see what I mean? But there is ways to, and we're dealing with human beings here. They're in human bodies, so they feel and stuff like that. So we can make them feel real pain. But when they go within, they act like they say things to like I told you before, they create like systems and defense mechanisms and stuff like that out of spoken words, verbal spells, enchantments and stuff like if they say, oh yeah, if he says like if I feel a certain way that I don't like, it'll be deflected back to whoever made me feel like that. And when you do it, when you say something that hurts them, because I attack them verbally a lot, sometimes they would go to, I would feel what they were feeling, or not what they were, or the residual. Some, because I can't feel the way they feel, what they're supposed to be feeling. So like it's like it gets negated on their way, on their side, and I feel, and I start to, and before, like there were times when I would feel like if they're supposed to be feeling nervous, and I make them feel nervous, and it gets deflected back to me, and I start to feel the initial energies of nervousness, and they go and act like if, sometimes they act like if they're distributing the nervousness amongst other, like from my side or whatever, or you know what I'm saying. They do a lot of that inadvertent stuff, a lot of that uh covering, like it lies, you know what I'm saying. Within, they were interconnected with each other, and they were telling, like sometimes, like a web that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense for them. It makes sense if you start to, if you see, if you know better, like you would see it for what it is. They would go and like, it's like a web, like on the dollar bill. That's what they did that too. The $1 bill is a good way to see what their web is like. Is a lot of webbing and shit like that on around the dollar bill. It describes how they work. They have a network of webbing, and it's like one thing covering another, and not necessarily helping back and forth, but it could be like quantum mechanics, like quantum physics. Quantum physics is about stuff that it don't make sense, but it does. Like, something can happen out of nowhere, but it's something like that, like quantum mechanics and stuff like that. That's what lies. Their side is like, we could do it too and make sense. I know how to do it and make perfect sense out of it. And I know how to use quantum physics perfectly. Well, actually, I could. I never really started to do it the way I want. I'm telling you, but I know how to do it, and I could. Well, they go to the point where they want to know something, and sometimes they go and what would Julia do type of mentality, like they'll you know, hit a wall somewhere and not know what to do, and they'll go like, well, let's see what Julio would do. And a solution sometimes manifests this. If I don't protect myself and I say nah, they can't do that, or like if they ever try to manifest solutions from me, they won't get anything, or go about it to like create a defense mechanism. Sometimes I don't have to, but since they're on this point of where they're doing things that don't make sense with these sensations and energies that are manifesting for them, like not that I have to defend myself. I'm already going a certain path, and I got them going a set path already. But sometimes, because all I gotta do is feel good, and all of this goes away. All I gotta do is not pay attention to them, ignore them, and all of this goes away. But I got them going after me so that I could expose them to you. So all this stuff that I'm telling you is not necessarily what's happening, but it's there, and they're doing it for real. So it is happening, but because I want it to happen, I want to show you what they've been doing behind closed doors, behind people's backs, behind people's levels of awareness, so that you can see that we gotta get rid of the enemy. They're terrorists. They're terrorists. It's satanic terrorists. Right now, I feel like pinching. All right. I feel like there's something in my mind right now when I go to certain levels of thinking, because they say that stuff too. Like like if they put like blocks in the certain brain paths that of neurons are firing and stuff like that, or places where my mind goes to high levels of ideas and stuff like that. Like if they put blocks in there so that I can only think about basic stuff. My neighbor was one of the ones that started doing that to me. So sometimes it feels like there's something there, like if there's energy there, it's stopping me from going to my normal high level of ideas. You see what I'm thinking? See what I mean? So yeah, so they were capitalizing off my back pain, because I have pain on my back and I'm debilitated a bit, and I'm not at 100% right now, and I don't have the same strength. I mean, I was at the beginning when I first moved here, but after setting in here, it's been like a year and a half almost, and ever since I've been in this house, I've been spending a lot of time in this place, especially in this couch and this same uh, seat that I'm sitting right here. So they've gotten used to targeting me here in the same spot where I'm sitting. They've put a lot of energy, make believe fake energy in this place where I'm sitting. Right there, they went IE. Like if they're feeling that I'm getting debilitated or a little like less. Like if the longer the video continues, the lower my energy is output, my energy output is. Like if they're acting right now, like if something is happening with me, like if they're doing something to me right now. And right now I just destroyed their energy, their efforts right now, because I pointed it out. You see right there, they were just edging it on, like yeah, right there. Like if there's something there that's not. But they gotta since they're liars and deceivers, they gotta act like there's something there. And like if it's working, like yeah, it's working. And like they gotta make themselves believe that like if what isn't there is there, and like if it's working, like yeah, and they're trying to like elevate it to something. You see what I mean? You see how easily I destroyed it? They were just making me feel a little bit unlike myself. Like if the longer this video continue, the less energy I have going forth. You see what I mean? And like I said, they usually would go and create protocols to like if I smoke weed, for example, they had a protocol where when my high starts going up, when I start to feel high, like if that like or they'll do it at certain points, not necessarily just there. Like if when I'm getting high inadvertently, or into like if it's a bad high or a high that's not gonna help me, or like with when like if I'm already like when I get to the high level and I feel good, instead of feeling good, like I'll be feeling good, but I won't be able to get those over the top ideas that you get when you smoke weed. You see what I mean? Because when you smoke weed, you feel good, and sometimes because you're so relaxed, you're allowing positive energy to to manifest these high level ideas. You see what I mean? And they don't like that. They don't want me to think on over the top. They don't want me to think on my normal high levels. You see what I mean? So they go and say things like, "Yo, if he gets high, then he won't be able. That he'll get ideas that are you know like low level or like there's this feeling or sensation of dizziness right now coming from the phone. Like I told you, they be using technology, and it's because I said it a lot of times. They've been using technology to come after me. So yeah, it's been like 30 minutes me talking. So and I don't like to make long videos because a lot of you guys don't like to watch sit down and watch a 30-minute video. But this video my videos are very important if you sit down and listen to what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about stuff that's actually important. It's literally important to listen, because I'm telling you things, a lot of things I tell you you never heard of. A lot of people never heard of this stuff that I'm telling you. You see what I mean? So like, see, even right there, they try to like undercut some of the things that I wanted to say too. Like if I said that, right, what I just told you right now, and there's other things that was there, and they tried to hide it. Not tried, they just literally did that right now, so that I don't go into those other talking points. You see what I mean? So they're there right now, watching me or paying attention to me and try and affecting me, or trying to affect me. You see, I said affecting me. They were affecting me, but I defended myself. Well, in real time, there's been times when they did stuff that I felt confused. I literally felt confused. I was just here like, what the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. But then I got to bring myself back to like, okay, I'm letting this happen. Yeah, they got to do this. They're doing this because I told them to do it. I literally told them to do this, to come after me. I coached them how to come after me. Like, yo, you guys are too obvious, because before they started to say a lot of these things that they're saying now, they were coming after me with mostly with images. They would come after me with images, and I would see them and I would attack them with my inner spiritual image. You see what I mean? I would demolish them easily. It got to the point where it was just too easy. I was just like, wow, I'm destroying them too easy, and it's not visible enough. So I gotta coach them so that they could come after me in a better way, in their ways, and their energies manifest a little bit more, so that you guys could see it in real time while I'm making videos. And you could see it in my videos, and a lot of my videos, how I literally point at it, like the energies are there, you cannot miss it. So now I'm showing you things that are happening in real time. They like to hide a lot, so whenever I tell you the truth, like sometimes when I tell you now, it comes with this mute sensation, this like sensation that like if there's nothing there. Before, when I used to tell you now, you used to know. Now when I tell you now, or when I tell when I want to tell you guys things indirectly from here, I just tell you, okay, this is what they're doing, guys, and I tell you now, you know what they're doing, and this is what you got to do, and this and that. Sometimes there's this mute sensation, or like this sensation of every, like there's stuff there, but you don't know what it is. You see what I mean? They just did one of those and it failed. But anyways, so like they like to hide, and they speak a lot of curses and spells, so that like sometimes you can see them, and then they start to put like stuff like layer, like they'll try to like put layers of confusion or mystery, secrecy in between you and them. Like I show you, look, there they go, or that's them, that's who it is that's doing this and that, or whatever the case is, right? Whatever they're doing, and you see them, and literally they'll start to say, oh, call for backup or try to run, make believe like if they're going into many different fake dimensions or reality, fake the realities and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're doing that shit to try to hide their identities, or now what they do is, since they got that idea from me, this right here. They'll go and work through a front. They'll use someone's image, like they'll come up with someone either from my family or someone else, and they'll come after me through that image. And when I go to see who it is, I see the image of the ones they're using. You see what I mean? And they'll hide behind that. And the moment I see it, they'll start to create their, their layers and or whatever the fuck they do. You see what I mean? They like to hide. They don't like people knowing who they are, because then if you know who they are, or especially if you know who they are and where they are, then you could do something about it. They don't like to be punished. And even if you went to go do something about it, there's times when you go and you know that you could do it and you do it, and that's the way it is. It's done. There's sometimes when you're about to go over there and you literally going over there to hurt them or whatever the case is, right? And they start protecting them. So, if I die, and they'll start to go about it that way. Like if they die, they'll come back in another body and they'll be better than before and more resistant. Or, they'll come up with lies to, and if you don't, and if you're not perceptive enough and call it out, whatever the case is, sometimes these lies manifest. Now, I'm not gonna say they come true, but they manifest because they're lies. So once you call it out and expose it, and you know that is a lie, even if they came back in another body and it did manifest somewhat in whatever way that their deception works, right? If you call it out, it falls apart. They die. That lie is no longer valid. You see what I mean? It doesn't have the same effect that it was having before. You see what I mean? And they've done that before. They may believe like if Rockefeller was in a young kid's body, and I pointed that young kid's identity before and his location and all that before, and people knew, but they didn't do anything about it. They were supposed to go and get rid of him or whatever the case is. But they may believe like if they brought back David Rockefeller and some little kid, and I called it out and it fell apart. And they were trying to bring him back in another way because I said something or something like that, and they thought it could benefit them. And they were making believe like if they were using, like they were lying like if he was here to see if I could believe it or say something that they could use to make believe like if he was here in full effect, but he's not. You see what I mean? But anyways, yo, watch my videos, yo. We gotta get rid of the enemy. The enemy are terrorists, and they're amongst us. They could be one of your friends. They could be one of your family members. They could be the presidents. Are definitely, usually, always down with that shit, because they gotta become Freemasons in order to be presidents. A lot of the Federal Reserve is composed of Freemasons. The government too, politicians and stuff. So we got to get rid of Freemasonry out of our society, out of existence. We got to get rid of all of them. The Illuminati, Skull and Bones, the Klan, all occultic societies got to go. All of them. We got to outlaw all of them. Abolish all occultic societies. The whole entire negative network, we got to get rid of them. All of them. And I know exactly how. And now you do too, regardless of what the enemy has done or what they said. All right? So subscribe, spread the word, all right?